This is an episode you can play in school. Welcome back to... where I take a look at old text that might be a little hard for the modern reader and listener to understand and explain it. Today we're doing Sonnet 55 by Shakespeare. You knew it was Shakespeare. You saw the thumbnail, and you also know this show, and you know that I exclusively have done Shakespeare thus far. Why Sonnet 55? Well, Shakespeare's sonnets are normally love poems. What we think of when we think love poem. You know, a poem about somebody and how you feel for them and why you feel for them or how amazing they are. And I haven't done a lot to represent that. Yes, we've done 116 and 18 on this show, but those are famous. The other ones I've done, I tend to focus on death and time and more philosophical principles because I don't really like love poems. But I like this one. Why does this one stand out to me? Well, not marble, nor the gilded monuments of princes shall outlive this powerful rhyme. So he's saying, marble, nor the gilded monuments of princes, gilded meaning in gold or ornamented, not marble, nor the gilded monuments of princes will outlive this powerful rhyme. This rhyme will last longer than these monuments and testaments to longevity. But you shall shine more bright in these contents than unswept stone besmeared with sluttish time. So even though marble and monuments will not outlive this rhyme, you will shine more bright. The cats are making noise. You will shine in these contents, in these lines, the content of this poem, I guess you would say. You will shine bright, more bright, than unswept stone besmeared with sluttish time. So you know how unswept stone is dusty. You know, you walk into a mausoleum, it's very, very dusty. It's not been tended to. It is unswept, and it is besmeared with sluttish time. Now, sluttish, not the way that we use sluttish today. Sluttish means kind of used and warped and defied. I guess it's kind of how we use it today. But time has its way with whatever it handles. So you will shine more bright than unswept stone besmeared and defiled with sluttish time. When wasteful war shall statues o'erturn, and broils root out the work of masonry, not Mars, his sword, nor war's quick fire shall burn the living record of your memory. When war comes, when the grand natural phenomenon of war sweeps through, and it breaks over statues, and broils, fire, root out the work of masonry. Masonry meaning stonework, so things like marble, right? When these beautiful and very tough to craft things are burned and besieged by war. Not Mars, his sword, nor war's quick fire shall burn the living record of your memory. Mars, of course, being the Roman god of war. It's really Ares if we want to, if we want to be OG about this, but he used Mars and I kind of hate him for that, but it's okay. So even when war comes through and leaves everything desolate and everything destroyed, the living record of your memory, these words, my words, this poem, this sonnet, these contents, will not be destroyed. That is how powerful my word is. So he goes on to push his ego even further here. He says, "'Gainst death and all oblivious enmity." Now, he's saying that these words will stand against death and all oblivious enmity. Now, oblivious, we use oblivious today to mean like unaware. Someone who doesn't know that somebody loves them is oblivious. Someone who doesn't know that they're being robbed is oblivious. But oblivious, also in reference to oblivion, would mean, something of the beyond. It's a horrible image to invoke. Oblivious and enmity means hatred, means vitriol, means attacking. Something you want to hurt. You have enmity for it. So, against death and all great enmity, you shall pass forth. Your praise shall still find room. You will march forward. You will come out the other end. There will be death, there will be enmity, and at the other end, there will be you. Even in the eyes of all posterity that wear this world out to its ending doom. Even in the eyes of all posterity. Posterity are the generations that come after. So even in the eyes of the people who come out generations from now, in their eyes, you will still shine. Not just the people after us. The eyes of all posterity that wear this world out to its ending doom. Down to the last generation of people, the last people that will ever see, the last things to ever have eyes, you will shine to them that wear this world out to its ending doom. Those ones. So till the judgment that yourself arise, you live in this and dwell in lovers' eyes. So until the judgment, as you know, it was a very Christian time in 400 years ago, England. And so on Judgment Day, until the day that this entire jig is up and that everything is going to meet its final judgment, until that day, you live in these words. And where do these words find themselves? In the eyes of lovers. I know the entire imagery of this poem has been a lot of death and war and but he ends it by reminding you that this is love. That lovers will read this to each other. That my love for you that has inspired these words will live on in the eyes of the lovers that come after. All the way until the end. Now, I like this poem a lot because of its grand nature. You know, I don't really like love poems, and this one spends a lot of its lines focusing on anger and, you know, all the horrible things of the world, and how all of these things, though despite their best efforts, do not have the power to wipe away my love for you. And I think that's a sentiment that I feel. I have a problem with love poetry that is mush. Anyone who's seen my videos knows that. I do not like very empty words about how beautiful your hair is and the perfumes of your breath and whatever. Like, oh, it's so like things you could say to anybody. Now, you could say this poem to anybody, but it doesn't focus on, I love you because you have all of the beauty of a garden wrapped up in a person. I love you to an extent that the worst this world has to offer will not shake it. Much like in Sonnet 116 when he says, love is an ever-fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken. So, one more time through, and now that you understand what the words mean, let's see how it hits. Not marble, nor the gilded monuments of princes shall outlive this powerful rhyme, but you shall shine more bright in these contents than unswept stone besmeared with sluttish time. When wasteful war shall statues o'erturn, and broils root out the work of masonry, not Mars, his sword, nor war's quick fire shall burn the living record of your memory. Gainst death and all oblivious enmity you shall pass forth. Your praise shall still find room, even in the eyes of all posterity that wear this world out to its ending doom. So till the judgment that yourself arise, you live in this, and dwell in lovers' eyes. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was fun. I hope this gave you something you could read to somebody you fancy. And make sure you really fancy them, because this one's a pretty, strong declaration. If you want to support the channel, please comment. I love comments. I have a Patreon if you want to help in that way. And just subscribe to YouTubers you like. Just, if you like them, subscribe. It makes their day better. And as long as you do that, I have no qualms with you. So, on that note, oh, turnip top! Good night.